Zero block. This is A block calling. Over. Currently, the shooting squad has apprehended Baki Hanma. It looks like the warden is giving him a lecture.
Good luck. Over and out.
Look at you, acting all tough. You believe that you can get out of this situation as well. Is that what's going on here? All right, how about now?
Yeah. 'Cause I already did.
Oh, yeah? Can't be.
I took the second button off each of them. They're sure taking their sweet time. Even now, if any one of the men here were to actually pull the trigger on their gun, or I'll gouge out their throat, or I could pierce their philtrum.
What are you talking about? If you're shot in the head or the heart, you'll die right then and there.
They can't bring themselves to do it. That's bad news for you, Warden. Just the kind of thing you do with your buddy. So it comes across as friendly to everyone watching. Nothing. Everyone's going on a friendly picnic.
Picnic?
Open it up!
And game over.
Are you trying to insult us?
All I really wanted. You're not gonna congratulate me?
What? Did you just give up on your escape?
Not an escape, more like a...
Yeah? So? What was your goal then?
Oliver, if I'm able to go outside whenever I please, without using any weapons...
I was only gonna bother talking to you about it if he didn't come back from his little outing. Resist all you want. It'll just make me stronger, kid.
You had a big, flashy fight with Mr. Guevara 2 days ago. I'll let it slide for today. So go grab some food and try again!
You know what? You're absolutely right. Now that you mention it, I didn't get to eat breakfast today.
And besides, since you're the original Mr. Unchained, right now it's a way better idea to hold back and show how much prestige you really have.
All I said before was that I didn't get a chance to eat breakfast this morning. Nothing more than that.
To be completely honest, I don't really care one way or the other. Whether I go free or stay locked up. I mean, I don't feel like a captive. And I don't think I need to stay outside to prove it. Just seems I would keep you all chained up. Poor thing. The bike.
Oh. I go to see Maria. But this daily duty of mine, sometimes it's hard to believe that it's been over 10 years since we met. Oh, honey, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I was so worried about being on time. Oh, I see. You want to try to beat me at rock, paper, scissors. Is that it? Rock, paper, scissors! Paper, scissors! Oh, come on! I lost again! No matter how many times we do this, the winner is whoever we say it is.
But the next time, I'm not gonna let you win.
The winner is whoever we say it.
However, that being said...
Boss! Boss! How long will this go on?
I'll never do it again, I promise!
No matter how much you may laugh at my lack of freedom, or how loudly you profess that you're comfortable here, after I eat, I may head on out for a walk. Or maybe I'll take a little nap on my king-size bed. This is the Arizona State Prison. This is my kingdom.
And you'll be begging me to fight you. Begging me to accept your challenge. You know, now that I think about it, you The most elite person in here. And yet, you're not laughing at all. Not even a little bit.
Excuse me, Mr. Unchained. Look at what I found.
More than good. It's an immaculate Pinot Noir with a magnificent fruity palate. It's like listening to a 100-piece orchestra performing at their absolute peak. However...
So good.
And why would you think I'd want to match with that upstart? Really? Just over that little outing of his?
I don't really know how to say this to you, but, it's because of the strength of the positions that you've already established for yourselves. Oh, no. I really wasn't trying to say anything like that at all. If you were to attempt something like that, then I'm completely certain that not even the Marines would be able to stop you.
It's gonna be a spectacular sporting event put on by our own Arizona State Prison. We can sell the rights to cable television and have it broadcast into every home all across America. I'm envious.
Of who?
And after taking countless medications, you came to look the way that you do today. You're still just as passionate, just as uninhibited as you ever were. You'd remain dignified, even if the entire world turned its back on you.
Just come here. Even I'm just barely holding on.
Within 2 weeks' time, every person in America will be sure to know your name.
So I don't need to wait 2 weeks for anything.
And what do you mean by that?
Then it would all get started right then and there.
You want to get it started right now?
Well, I am the one picking this fight. And besides... You're so chained up, it's pathetic.
That isn't what I'm talking about.
You understand now, Mr. Chained?
I mean, look at you. You're just so incredibly earnest about fighting. I see now. The blood travels down into the arms through the inner arteries. The blood flow in the arteries can be cut off without even needing to hold anything in the armpit. Without blood, the hands and fingers gradually become thinner. Until...
There is a broken wall between us, but still, I get what you're saying.
He was pulled through it into the other cell. And then Mr. Unchained said... He was holding Baki's arm and leg like this, just flinging him around like a towel. But he was doing it to a person, just flinging him. After that, he just let him go. Because he went into the next cell.
29 years old, 8-year sentence.
I mean, all that's true, of course. It's undeniable that he isn't held down by that stuff. Unchained really means that there's no room that can hold him. There's absolutely nothing on Earth that can hold a guy like that in.
Surprisingly calm look in his eyes, as if he weren't in the middle of a fight. He's so fast, even with that big body of his. When we measured it later, it was nearly a foot deep. My breath caught in my throat.
That feels good. It's the same thing that I felt 5 years ago. What? Yep. Oh, I like water.
Yep, that's right. The first thing I noticed that made me realize something major had changed looked just like a face. It's also called the Devil's Face, and it's only acquired through very specific training. You know who he is. I mean, everybody knows him. And yet Baki Hanma, a mere teenager, Looks just like that extraordinary martial artist.
Shall we begin?
I thought I knew what was next. Mr. Oliver was fully aware of the change that had come over the young man in front of him.
Now here I come!
And then, as if he changed his mind, he hit the ground because something else was watching and had recorded the whole thing. But Oliver's still just standing there. He lands a hit.
Oliver! Explain why he didn't fight back.
Because by that point, Mr. Oliver wasn't even conscious.
It's just as I thought. You may still be little more than a child, but you've grown a lot. Its title is the User Illusion. Cutting consciousness down to size. When a person moves, especially in reaction to an external event. But true consciousness of the situation comes only half a second later, during the 0.5 seconds it takes to receive the signal that was sent. The many difficult situations that you've been able to escape. I suppose that it's an uncommon or even rare technique. And that's because I have this!
Sound. Basically swallowed a whole person. It was already beyond what any of us could imagine, but there was more. I remembered something from when I was a kid. I didn't have anything to put it in, so I just gently closed my hand around it, even though I'd carried it so carefully. Because of losing that precious treasure, I learned something.
I could stomp on you right now, or even tear you apart. But then, sadly for you, this place isn't anywhere near as merciful as the ring. With your own mouth, you'll say, "Oh, please forgive me."
A referee can't be expected to decide a match between opponents who hate each other this much. Come on, man. You can't just keep playing this game of secret weapons. It just feels wrong. This isn't the way that I wanted to defeat Biscuit Oliver, the strongest man in America. Come on, face to face. Plant our feet and just go at it proudly.
No! Huh? You can't fight him like that! It was Iron Michael. There's a good reason why there are 17 weight classes in boxing! He was totally right.
You're saying I should absolutely do it!
Going to exchange what would probably be the strongest punches in the history of the world! Because none of us who were there could bear to watch. It was just too overwhelming.
There's one thing that I'm sure of. Oliver won't be defeated. He's got 200 pounds on me. It's gotta be strength. Just keep pushing through. All the way to the far wall and beyond.
Honorable. Lofty. Dignified.
No, he's doing it! This boy, who's over 200 pounds lighter than me!
But no one's in front of me anymore.
You just lost, didn't you? What? Do you plan on having that boy carry me back?
You guys go tell the warden. I have an announcement to make to all the inmates. Huh? All right, some of you with your ears to the ground might have already heard the rumor. I'm sorry to say that I'm no longer deserving of being called #1 here in the Arizona State Prison. So what should I do? That's simple enough. Warden, go ahead and process him. Go on, release him. Baki Hanma leaves here today.
I was released pretty fast. Like, surprisingly fast. More like a demand. The helicopter escort to the airport to make sure I got on the plane and left.
He actually defeated Unchained with sheer strength.
I'd say it's just as magnificent an encounter. The fact that he defeated the strongest man in America, or perhaps the whole world. You know, Ogre, out of everyone in this whole world, your biggest threat. Look at these things. What's so amazing?
I doubt if he'd try in the first place, but if he did, he could do it.
How about...
Give it a rest already! We're not some kids in a toy store.
It's just that the two of you are about to have the biggest father and son fight in the world.
He's the greatest opponent of my entire life, huh? You son of a... Or rather, located 700 meters beneath it in a rock salt bed, unable to believe what they saw in front of their eyes.